Do you want to find the right writing software to write your story? Well, today I am sharing my favorite writing software so that you can see if one of them might be the right fit for you. But before we get into the software, I just want to explain to you what I look for in writing software so you can understand why these are my favorites. So, first, I look for something where I can separate my manuscript into scenes or chapters in one single file. I also want something with a feature that allows me to write without distractions. And I like writing software where I can collaborate easily with critique partners or beta readers. Now, I use all the programs that I'll be sharing with you today, depending on the project or where in the writing process I am. I will explain how I use them as I go through each program. So let's get to it. Hello, and welcome to Salome's Writer Therapy, where you and your writing connect. Okay, the first writing software that I want to talk to you about and that I use regularly is Microsoft Word. I like Microsoft Word because it allows you to separate your scenes and chapters using heading styles and the navigation pane. Now, this is not a perfect feature though, because you can't easily move the scenes or chapters around without having to copy and paste. But Microsoft Word also has a focus mode where you can write without distractions. And because you can use it offline, it can also eliminate those internet distractions. In Word, you can also use track changes and comments features when you collaborate with critique partners or beta readers. Overall, Microsoft Word is, for me at least, the easiest writing software to use, and I am most comfortable with it because I've been using it for years, even before I started writing. So, in summary, I use Word when I'm writing a story where I have done detailed plotting and I know exactly where the scenes need to be, and I also use it for the editing phase of my writing. So, next, let's talk about Scrivener. I like Scrivener because it not only allows for separate scenes and chapters, but you can easily move them around in the binder without having to copy and paste. I also like Scrivener for the focus mode to avoid distractions, and because Scrivener is an offline program, meaning it is installed on your device, you can easily avoid internet distractions. And here's a couple of other features that I also enjoy about Scrivener. You can have various folders in addition to the manuscript in one single file, so it's great for plotting or brainstorming and keeping everything together. You can also track your progress with project trackers for the whole manuscript as well as per scene or chapter. And you can also color code your scenes, so this works great if you're writing multiple POVs. There are a lot more features in Scrivener, but these are the ones that I actually use the most. Now, Scrivener is not so great when you want to collaborate with others, so I usually compile my manuscript into either a Microsoft Word or Google Doc file for those purposes. So, in summary, I use Scrivener when I'm writing a story with multiple POVs, or when I'm panting a story, or when I'm writing a series. I also use it when I need to keep track of my progress, like during an event like NaNoWriMo or National Novel Writing Month. Alright, so the last writing software that I want to talk to you about is Google Docs. Just a caveat, I don't use Google Docs as often as it is quite similar to Microsoft Word in that you can separate your scenes or chapters in a single file. You can also have a focus mode to write without distractions. It is, however, online writing software, so if you have notification sounds on, it doesn't really work that great to eliminate the distractions. So just be aware of that and make sure that your notifications are off if you want to write without distractions using Google Docs. Now, Google Docs is also great if you want to work on multiple devices because it can sync your files seamlessly. If you're considering different software, it might be a good option for you. Now, there is another downside of Google Docs, and that is that it can start to glitch if the file size gets a bit large. So, I mainly use Google Docs in the editing phase when I have to collaborate live with other people. I can create smaller chapter by chapter files, and because it's an online writing software, it's easier to get real time feedback from co writers, critique partners, or beta readers. So, in summary, I use Google Docs when I have a specific part of a story that needs more attention or feedback. Then I can get faster responses from others without having to email the file back and forth. Now, just a reminder, There are loads of different writing software programs out there, and you can even write your story with a pen and paper, right? The thing is, it doesn't matter what software you use as long as your story gets written. So go with whatever option fits you and your lifestyle the best. Okay, now the one thing I just want to talk about is the cost of these writing programs. Microsoft Word and Scrivener both have costs attached to it. With Microsoft Word, you have an option where you can purchase the software outright, or you can go with a subscription service, and Scrivener is a once-off payment for lifetime access. Now, I'm not going to go into pricing in this episode because depending on when you're watching it, it will probably be different than what I'm telling you. So what I will do is I will give you links in the description below where you can go check out the features and the pricing of these different options. Alright, so now that you know what software I enjoy using to write and edit my stories with, I hope it's helped you to find the right software for your own writing. And if you choose to use something different, that's also great. But if this episode has helped you, I would really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes. But before I go, are you struggling to figure out where to start your story? Well, I made an episode where I help you to determine the right place to start your story. So be sure to click on the screen or in the link in the description below to check it out now. So until next time, may your creativity flow freely and your fingers dance upon the keys. Keep writing with joy and stay connected. Cheers.